Hello YouTube gang, welcome back. Today with the Zenless Zone Zero beta coming to an end, I want to talk about the differences between Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero. I've seen a lot of people constantly come through the Twitch chat and ask what differences there are, resin system, gacha system, elements, all that good stuff. So we're going to be talking about 10 differences between Zenless Zone Zero and Genshin Impact, along with a couple similarities between the two. First thing we're going to start with is going to be the stamina system. Stamina system, 120 is the max in Zenless Zone Zero. It is 160 in Genshin Impact, if I believe. 8 minutes to regenerate in Genshin Impact, whereas in Zenless Zone Zero, it takes 6 minutes. Yes, I did spend time offline to actually time this properly. I don't know if this will be the same case when the game launches, but it takes 12 hours to fully replenish all of your stamina in Zenless Zone Zero. 6 minutes in Zenless Zone Zero compared to the 8 minutes in Genshin Impact. So after that, number 2 difference is artifacts. In Zenless Zone Zero, I guess we call this gear pieces. In Genshin Impact, you have 5 artifacts that you can choose from. In Zenless Zone Zero, you have 6 slots for this. Now, each slot is going to determine which main stat you end up getting, much like how Genshin Impact main stats are going to be like a HP attack percent, energy recharge or EM, all your elements on the goblet, and then your circlet will be like crit or crit damage with EM as well, or healing bonus. Right here on the top right, if we take a look at some of these items here, it'll tell you on the bottom, main stat HP. So the top right will always be HP no matter what. Just keep that in mind. The right side will always be attack percent. That's your main stat. Random stats on the bottom can be anything you want it to be, you know? Random, as far as I know. Main stat for the bottom right will always be defense. We all love defense. Going from top left up here should be impact or penetration along with your standard HP attack or defense. So you're mainly going to be wanting to look at impact and penetration here for a main stat on your top left. On the middle left right here, you have crit rate and energy recharge. So those are the 2 main stats you're going to be wanting to go for rather than HP attack and defense. Right now we have defense, unfortunately, unless you're building like a defense character like, you know, Goro or something, who just strictly wants defense, don't even want crit. And then bottom left, we have crit damage and penetration ratio along with standard HP attack and defense. And then of course you have the main random stats as well. They are rocking a 2-piece and 4-piece set bonus as well. So you still have like energy recovery speed by 20% for the 2-piece, energy recovery speed by 10%, and physical attacks inflict 10% or 15% more stagger. So there are different sets, as you can tell right here. Attack percent, attribute damage increased. There's also a flame set, if I can try and find it for you guys. This one right here. Crit damage or crit by 10%, along with fire damage dealt by 15%, increases crit damage against burning enemies by 20%. There's a cryo set in the game as well, that I don't have to show you guys at the moment. But I would say that this artifact system, this gear system, might be a little better than Genshin Impact in my opinion. Genshin Impact uses 5 artifacts, right? And here, at least you have 6. So now you're able to do a 4-piece bonus. I could do a 4-piece pyro set along with another 2-piece on top of that. I could run a 4-piece pyro set here and then run another extra 10% crit if I want, or maybe an extra energy recovery speed by 20%. You're able to mix and match a lot more conveniently here, I feel like, rather than in Genshin Impact with their 4-piece set, and then you have that one off piece that kind of feels awkward, right? I don't know, maybe it's just going to be more pain artifact farming, gear farming in Zenless Zone Zero because we have an extra slot. I think it might be a blessing in disguise. You tell me what you guys think about the whole 6 artifact system we have here. Alright, so let's talk about the Constellations and the talent system. So currently right now, the Constellations are on the left side right here. As you can see, 5 stars, and you need these agent profile things, 10 of them to end up getting them. The talents is basically your constellation here. Whereas if you can see right here on certain character talents, I'll go out and go to Soldier 11 here for a better example. The last talent, or one of the talents, says the first one, increases Soldier 11's crit damage during Pyromania by 15%. So just a raw crit damage increase. This one right here, it'll extend the duration of Pyromania to 15 seconds, and it has no use limit. So this is basically your Constellations quote unquote, in Zenless Zone Zero, the talents. They're a little bit different than Genshin Impact. And speaking of that, we'll lead into the gacha system. The gacha system is also going to be different than Genshin Impact. In Genshin Impact, you wish, what is 180 times for the guaranteed character. Now, there currently is no gacha system in Zenless Zone Zero. However, based off of what I just showed you, because we were provided premium currency to pick up their profiles, I'm assuming it'll be a shard system, much like Honkai Impact, where you have to get pieces and fragments of them, build up enough, 10, 20, 30, 40, you name it, and then you're able to finally ascend them, like so, and then you unlock more talents right here. So right now, for this character, Ambi, after the third move of her basic attack, quickly launches Ambi special attack, grants a 20% crit rate bonus. Most of the talents are pretty good, so that's probably why they're going to be locked behind the gacha system, right? So just consider that as like the Constellations in this game. They're a little different than the talents and in Genshin Impact. And then quickly moving on, we have different elements. So of course in Genshin Impact, we have Sumeru coming out. All the 7 elements will be finally revealed. In Zenless Zone Zero, we have Electro. You can see the elements right here, kind of what they use. Electro, we have Pyro right here. Miyabi right here is a cryo or ice character. And then we have this, which I am not too sure. I'm assuming this is wind. The other 2 icons over here are their attribute, I believe. So these characters are slash characters, which they can do different things. Slash characters can deflect bullets being thrown at you or shot at you by soldiers and other enemies in the game. These are strike characters with the punching, the fist. So Ben is a strike character. Iokaku is also a strike and a slash character. And then you have characters that can pierce. Piercing characters. Billy with the bullet symbol. Anton with the bullet symbol. Pierce and Electro. We also have physical. There's physical as well. So this is a slash physical Nekomata. We have Nicole strike physical. So there are some physical characters in the game. We have slash physical for Korin as well. So you have physical, ice, pyro, and electro in this game. The party size for Zenless Zone Zero is 3. I don't think they're going to improve on that or try to make it 4. You have 3 characters you can pick from to have on your party when you're deploying out in labyrinths and hollows and dungeons and runs like that. Whereas in Genshin Impact, you have 40. So they have a 3 system here, much like Honkai Impact, if I'm not mistaken. And they utilize a combo system. So certain stages you might need slash characters, other ones you might need like Pierce, Physical, Pyro. They'll tell you the recommended stages that, or the recommended agents that you should bring in. For an example, right here on the top of the screen. Slash and Strike, they say, for this urgent mission you should do. Just Slash is required. They do tell you what is required. Number 7 on the list right here that I want to include that I think is really convenient for Zenless Zone Zero is a video archive, something that we've been asking for in Genshin Impact for such a long time. Right here, you are able to actually watch the cutscenes over if you want and actually replay what happened in the cutscene. So without trying to spoil too much, I just want to quickly try to hop in here just so you can see some of the cutscenes, yeah? You can actually live out and see some of the cutscenes in Zenless Zone Zero, which is very convenient, something that we desperately need in Genshin Impact. Yes? Hopefully soon they'll add something like this, because a lot of people end up missing these cutscenes and they have to go to YouTube to end up watching it with someone voiceover and talking over it like I'm doing right now. I'm ruining the scene for everyone. But yeah, hopefully cutscenes will be added in Genshin Impact. This is a huge plus for Zenless Zone Zero. Mad props. Alright, moving on to number 8. Currently, there are no daily commissions in Zenless Zone Zero. We do have this proxy network that we can look at, which does have chapters. You can complete the commissions, but once you're done on the commission list. You do have a hearsay that has different chapters you can go through. So much like the investigation book in Genshin Impact, where once you complete all of yours, then you can complete and claim the main prize on the left side here. Go to the next chapter, more goodies and stuff that you can unlock, artifacts, gear, XP stuff that you can get. Right now, we are currently on number 5, and we have a couple more to complete. I don't know if there's number 6 or not yet, but yeah, this is basically like the investigation handbook, the adventurer's handbook in Genshin Impact. No dailies on ZZZ that I can tell from right now, but I will say this urgent mission keeps popping up every single day, and it's the same exact one as well. Once you complete it one time, it goes away. So maybe this could be the daily in ZZZ that I don't remember, or I don't know of right now. It's not really blatantly obvious. But as of now, No dailies. Quickly moving on to number 9. Food buffs. Normally in Genshin Impact, you are able to go through a variety of different food and meals that you can create to buff your characters on your adventures in the overworld. In this game, you can't really create your own food, but there is a ramen shop that gives you different buffs right here, categorized by the icons as well. So increasing max HP by 20%, HP and physical damage, pyro, electro, cryo, and this one, deal 30% damage to more bosses. You can try to pick what you kind of want to do. Given the situation and the new commission that you are going to be doing. You order it, you pick it, and then it'll give you like maybe an extra buff down here possibly. So gain a bonus B grade Ethereum when entering a rest area. You get a random different attribute. Sometimes it'll say it'll prevent corruption from happening to you when you're out in the hollow. It's always random. That time we did not get anything good. It does last for 3 commissions. So just do keep that in mind. After 3 commissions, it'll go away, 3 runs, and then you have to come back and buy it again. You can see in the bottom left how many you have. After you do end up buying some food, you can't trade out the food. You can't just eat another buff. You can't stack the buffs like you can in Genshin Impact. You have to kind of stick with what you've got. You are able to change out the buff after you do at least 1 commission. After you do at least 1 commission, knock this number from 3 to 2, then you can buy something else. Right now, it won't let me. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, I assume. In that regard, can't really trade it out, so just keep that in mind. And then last but not least, number 10 is stamina. We are out of stamina currently right now, and it is trying to replenish. You have a limit of how many times you can actually replenish your stamina, much like in Genshin Impact. I was spamming it all day today. I was not keeping track of how many times I was able to actually replenish with the premium currency. It does cost about 60 of the film, which is the premium currency. But once you're out of stamina in ZZZ, you really have nothing to do. So I'm right here just running around this small little city, not sure what to do because we've done most of the stuff. Maybe checking your gear and leveling up and whatnot, but I can't really go into a run. It won't allow me to go into another dungeon or test out anything unless you go to the video archive. There are stages in the video archive that you can do, but those enemies are pretty low leveled. And if you have a high leveled character, they will probably die instantly. Whereas if I wanted to go to this high risk area, level 40, I can't set off because I don't have enough stamina, unfortunately. The beautiful thing about Genshin Impact, at least I can still go into domains and dungeons and test out my character's strength if I so wish. Spiral Abyss, other artifact domains, I don't need to use my resin. You can do fun shenanigans and co-op, teapot stuff. That's the luxury life of Genshin Impact compared to a stamina-heavy game like ZZZ. Now, of course, this is just a tuning test. Everything that I've even stated in this video is always subject to change, so just keep that in mind. The stamina recharge rate, artifacts, talents, gacha system, elements, everything like that. So just keep that in mind. But I just wanted to bring this video for anyone who just wanted to do a quick little comparison between the 2 games. For those of you who have not been able to get your hands on it yourself, those are my differences. If I missed any, for anyone who did play the game, maybe watch other people play the game, leave some of the differences down below in the comments. I'd love to see them. But this was the tuning test. This was pretty much the tuning test. Let me know what you guys think of the game so far, Zenless Zone Zero, if you guys are going to be picking it up and trying it out yourself when the game does officially launch. I don't know the release date on that. I'm assuming sometime in 2023, late 2023 or 2024 maybe. Thank you guys very much for watching. Join us over on Twitch. We're live every single day. Today was the last day for the ZZZ beta, but we will be playing some more early tomorrow by the time you guys are seeing this video, most likely. Thank you guys for watching again. Give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next one.